Monstrous, giant, overwhelming, epic. Suitable words for the machine I've got today for review. Climb on here, my friends, we'll have a ride now, let's go! Hi guys, as usual it's me, just a voiceover, and you're watching Review Machines. Today we have a unique machine. The author of the project calls it Ursa, and to my mind there is every reason to call it a monster truck. But do not think it's just a show car. No, in fact it's a real ATV. Quite a versatile machine with wide range of use. And we are going to find out now what it is capable of. This project is made on the base of a four-wheeler, which is called UAZ Hunter. That was pretty regular car, but now I think it looks so dope. Undoubtedly they paid a lot of attention to the design making this car, but it is not only the look it is interesting by. There are many other curious solutions here. We'll look at them and moreover we'll make the various off-roading tests. But firstly, the main specs. The most noticeable thing here is the wheels. Their diameter is 1700 mm, the width is 750 mm. The weight of each wheel is 190 kilos. By the way, these tires cost about $1000 per one. The discs are full custom, made specially for the tires. There are bed locks, highly powerful power steering and central system of tire inflation with 2 air compressors. Such huge wheels require a custom frame and suspension system. Everything was done from scratch here. The axles were taken from a military truck. They are highly reliable, with differential locks. The ATV weighs almost 3 tons, so it requires quite effective brake system. That is why it's equipped with custom disc brakes, made specially for the project. To reach the engine you may need a ladder, or be ready to do some climbing. And the routine procedure to fill the windscreen washer, for example, in our case becomes much more exciting. There is a gas engine 2.7 liters capacity. It's rather torquey, 270 Newton meters. But the power is only 135 HP. You may ask if it is enough power for such huge wheels, and there is quite curious solution about that. Let's look under the car. Here it is, the double transfer case, one from a four-wheeler and another from a military armored vehicle. They work together and provide an impressive torque. These footsteps, in fact, are the fuel tanks made of stainless steel. There are 2 tanks on each side of the body. The total fuel capacity is almost 300 liters. At the front we see the winch. By the way, it has never been used so far, and that may be a good sign of off-roading capabilities, what do you think? Also we see numerous headlamps taken from a real tank. But now let's see what's inside. The interior is quite standard, there are only several additional details and many switches to control the light and tires inflation. And now I'm looking forward to start the engine, let's do it. Ну что, пробуем? Да, по ощущениям это прям реально Бигфут. Огромная высота просто. Мне кажется, идеально для него стихия — это московские пробки.
Московские пробки?
Да, да.
Можно прямо не останавливаясь поверху ездить. Не пробовали так, не?
You know guys, the first thing I was impressed most of all is the height of the driver's seat. You sit there as if you were a captain in a captain bridge of a ship. Moreover, this car is really felt like a ship. It slightly sways on rough terrain like a huge vessel on waves.
Подъезжаем к первому препятствию. Сколько здесь уклон? Наверное, 45 есть. 45 есть. Страшно. Он кажется вообще вертикальной стеной, если честно. Вот смотрите, упираемся в стену. Практически не газую. Начинаем подъем. Погнали.
Ай, хорош.
Так, главное не тормозить, сказали. Очень адреналиновая штучка такая.
Well, and now let a skilled driver show us what this car is really capable of. Meet Vladimir. He is an author of the project and the owner of the machine. Firstly, we try this ATV on the asphalt. It's interesting that the car can be legally registered as tractor, so in theory it's possible to have this car for everyday use and go to work by it, for example. But of course it's not cut out for an asphalt. It's hardly possible to move here faster than 50 km per hour, and the comfort speed is about 40. Now we are leaving the good road in search of some interesting off-roading obstacles. And meantime I would like to mention that one of the most interesting solutions in the project is of course the double transfer case. It reduces the drive in 13 times and provides the huge torque as a result. The minimal speed is suitable even to plow the ground, and the maximum, as I've already said, is about 50 km per hour. That after all is decent for this machine to my mind. The ATV has huge ground clearance, and there is no any front and rear overhang. That is why it's rather capable on a cross-country. Now we will try to get over this steep ascent. That seems a very tough task. All-wheel drive, the lowest gear. Throttle a bit, and our monster is climbing, slow and sure. It's hard to convey the angle by the video, but the ascent is really steep. You can take it from me. Then we have not very big but quite interesting swamp. It's rather deep, and numerous off-roaders had got stuck here before. It's almost impossible to get it over without help of the winch. A hard task for any four-wheeler, but a piece of cake for our ATV. It moves here as if it was a regular field, not a swamp at all. Huge wheels undoubtedly cut much ice, and the ATV crosses this swamp without a hitch. Actually, I can hardly imagine where we can get stuck with this car. Nevertheless, we will try. We found a deep and swampy forest lake. Let's try it here. But as you can see, even this obstacle can't stop our ATV. Not very fast, but it moves here without any hesitation. Well, it's all clear here, but we proceed our journey. It's interesting to test our vehicle in open water. And it seems that I've forgotten to mention that our Ursa ATV in fact is a full amphibious vehicle. It easily can float and move in water by rotating of the huge wheels. By the way, according to the owner, this machine proved to be very reliable. He has been using this ATV for several seasons, but still hasn't had any serious breakage. And besides, it would be interesting to see how the machine can perform in winter, in deep snow, and if it is able to escape from an ice hole. That is one of the hardest tasks for any ATV. But now I would rather say a few words about the cost of the project. In fact, this car is not a serial production, it's just a project made to order, but you also can order such a vehicle. It will cost you about $40,000. Well guys, please pass your comments if you like this ATV, and if you want to see how it works in snow. Thanks for watching, subscribe the channel if you like this video, stay with us. It will be many more interesting materials here, goodbye.